Have you ever pondered on why male infertility rates are on an alarming rise globally? In recent years, there's been a significant shift in the narrative of infertility. Once a taboo subject, often unfairly shouldered by women, the conversation has broadened to recognize that male infertility contributes to approximately 50% of all cases. The World Health Organization recently reported that around 1 in 6 couples worldwide are grappling with infertility. This is not just a statistic, this is a global crisis affecting millions of individuals and families, and the numbers are only increasing. Now let's talk about something that we don't often connect with infertility: sperm. You see, men worldwide are experiencing a worrying trend. Sperm count and quality are decreasing at an alarming rate. This isn't confined to a particular region or demographic. It's happening across the globe: Africa, Asia, the Americas, Europe. This decrease in sperm count and quality isn't just a side note, it's a significant contributor to male infertility. But what's causing this trend? What's behind this global decline in male fertility? There are multiple factors at play, of course, but one key contributor that's gaining attention is the role of environmental contaminants. These are substances found in our everyday lives, in personal care products, food packaging, water bottles and more. And these aren't just passive elements in our environment, they're active players in this fertility crisis. Research is beginning to shed light on how these contaminants can affect men's reproductive health, suggesting that they might be contributing to this crisis in surprising and concerning ways. The rise in male infertility is a complex issue. There's no single cause, no easy solution. But understanding the role of environmental contaminants is a crucial piece of the puzzle. We need to take a closer look at the substances we encounter daily and how they might be impacting our health and fertility. It appears that men worldwide are experiencing a worrying trend of decreased fertility, but what could be causing this? Did you know that environmental contaminants play a large part in declining fertility worldwide? As we delve deeper into the male fertility crisis, it's important to understand what exactly these environmental contaminants are and how they're affecting us. Environmental contaminants are substances that are introduced into the environment and cause harm to our ecosystems, including us humans. They're everywhere, permeating our everyday lives, often in forms we don't even realize. Take per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, or PFAS, for instance. These are man-made chemicals used in a wide range of products we use daily, from food packaging to non-stick cookware to water-repellent clothing. Then there are nanomaterials, which are particles so small they can't be seen with conventional microscopes. They're used in a variety of consumer products, including cosmetics, sunscreen, and even food. While their small size allows them to provide benefits in these products, it also enables them to easily enter our bodies and potentially cause harm. We also have endocrine-disrupting compounds, or EDCs. These are chemicals that can interfere with our endocrine system, which regulates all biological processes in our bodies, from development to brain function to reproduction. EDCs can be found in many products, including plastic bottles, metal food cans, detergents, and even toys. And let's not forget about pesticides and medications that are increasingly entering our food chain. Recent research has found high traces of these in various environments, from marine areas to agricultural regions. All these contaminants might seem unrelated, but they share one thing in common. They're part of our everyday lives, lurking in our homes, our workplaces, even our food. And they're not just sitting there. They're actively interacting with our bodies in ways we're only just starting to understand. Such contaminants are increasing in prevalence and infiltrating our daily lives, but how exactly do they affect male fertility? As we move on to the next scene, we'll explore the surprising ways these contaminants of emerging concern are contributing to the male infertility crisis. Environmental contaminants can interfere with male fertility in surprising ways. Recent research has brought to light the unsettling effects these harmful substances can have on male reproduction. These contaminants can affect men's reproductive health in two main ways, either by interacting with their brain or by directly targeting their reproductive organs. In the brain, these contaminants can disrupt the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, a crucial part of the endocrine system that controls reproductive functions. This axis is responsible for the production of sperm in men. When disrupted, reproductive hormones aren't released as normal, which can influence the rate and quality of sperm production. Moreover, these contaminants can act directly on the reproductive organs, particularly the testes. They can disrupt the blood-testis barrier, a physical barrier that protects developing sperm from harmful substances that may be present in the bloodstream. Once these contaminants cross this barrier, they can move into the compartments of the testis where sperm are produced. These contaminants can interact with the cells involved in sperm production, which also play important roles in regulating the production of hormones like testosterone. The contaminants can either directly damage these cells or interfere with their function, leading to a decrease in the quantity and quality of sperm produced. But it doesn't stop there. The contaminants can also directly damage the DNA in the sperm cells, leading to genetic changes that can affect the quality of the sperm and their ability to fertilize an egg. This can result in infertility, or it can compromise the health of any resulting children. As these contaminants disrupt our endocrine system and sperm production, the likelihood of infertility increases. But the impact does not stop there. The legacy of these contaminants can carry on to future generations, causing a ripple effect of health issues that may take decades to fully understand and address. So it's clear that the impact of environmental contaminants on male fertility is far-reaching and deeply concerning. The effects of environmental contaminants on male fertility extend beyond just the immediate impact. We've seen that these pollutants can interfere with hormone function, disrupt the protective blood-testis barrier, and even directly target the cells involved in sperm production. But the repercussions of these contaminants don't stop there. They also have the power to inflict harm at the very core of our biological identity, our DNA. Imagine each sperm cell as a tiny, intricate vessel carrying a precious cargo, the genetic blueprint that will shape the life of a potential human being. This DNA is incredibly sensitive, and when contaminants enter the picture, they can directly damage this genetic material. This isn't a mere scratch on the surface, it's a deep, fundamental alteration that can have far-reaching consequences. These genetic changes can affect the quality of the sperm, diminishing their capacity to carry out their crucial mission, to fertilize an egg. This can result in infertility, dashing hopes of parenthood and causing deep emotional distress. But even when fertilization does occur, the story doesn't end there. The compromised DNA carried by the affected sperm can lead to health issues in the resulting offspring. This means that the impact of environmental contaminants on male fertility isn't confined to the here and now. It echoes into the future, affecting the health and well-being of generations yet unborn. So what we're dealing with here isn't just a fertility crisis. It's a crisis that threatens the health and vitality of our children, our grandchildren, and beyond. It's a crisis that calls for our immediate attention, our utmost concern, and our most committed action. In this context, the role of research becomes even more vital. It's through scientific exploration that we can better understand these threats to our reproductive health, develop effective prevention strategies, and find possible treatments for those already affected. The legacy of environmental contaminants is thus not just a matter of fertility, but also the health of future generations. The choices we make today, the actions we take to protect our environment and ourselves, these will determine the health and well-being of those who come after us. It's a responsibility we cannot afford to ignore. Understanding the impact of environmental contaminants on male fertility is a step towards prevention. It's crucial to realize that these contaminants, often hiding in plain sight in our everyday items like soaps, shampoos, food wraps, and water bottles, can have a profound effect on our reproductive health. Not only do these contaminants interfere with hormone functions, but they can also target the reproductive organs directly, impacting the quality and quantity of sperm production. Some of these compounds can even cross the blood-testis barrier, a natural defense mechanism designed to protect developing sperm from harmful substances in the bloodstream. Once these contaminants breach this barrier, they can interact with the cells involved in sperm production, potentially causing damage or disrupting their normal functioning. Furthermore, these contaminants can lead to genetic changes in the sperm cells, affecting their ability to fertilize an egg and potentially compromising the health of future generations. This is a stark reminder that the effects of these environmental contaminants extend far beyond just the individual, potentially impacting our offspring and the population at large. But all is not lost. there is a silver lining to this cloud. The increasing awareness of the effects of environmental contaminants on reproductive health is paving the way for potential preventive treatments. Current research is shedding light on these contaminants of emerging concern and their role in the male infertility crisis. This research is not just about identifying the problem, but also about finding solutions. This could mean developing new methods to detoxify our environment or creating products that are free from these harmful substances. It could also lead to treatments to help those already affected improve their reproductive health. But the first step starts with each one of us. It begins with being aware, with understanding the risks and making conscious choices to reduce our exposure to these contaminants. It's about creating a safer environment for ourselves and for future generations. With greater awareness and proactive measures, it is possible to mitigate the impact of environmental contaminants on male fertility